I'm back with the second part to the tutorial of, or not the tutorial, but the video of the difference between human hair and mohair. Um, I've been trying to do, you guys, I've been trying from the first video. I've been trying to do this video since yesterday, and every time I do it, it cuts me off. I have no idea why. It's like it's a stressor. But anyways, we talked about the different grades between human hair and mohair. I think we covered prices. I don't know if I covered prices on human hair, but I guess I'll cover that really quickly in case I didn't. Look at it as a refresher if I did. Human hair, which you talk about the three different kind of like categories of human hair, or the basic categories, which you have your just regular human hair, then you have your Remy, and then you have your virgin. Regular human hair, whether it be curly, colored, or whatever, can run you as cheap as like $9.99, even down to $7.99 for a pack, like a bundle. Upwards to, I want to say, like, depending upon the length, upwards to $60, right? It can run you around that range. Remy hair, which, Remy has a cuticle attached to it. It can run you from about, I want to say like 30 would be kind of cheaper, upwards to like, 200, maybe even to the threes. But definitely upwards to like 160 for a pack of Remy hair. Virgin hair can run you, depending upon where you go and who's your seller, what store you're going to. It can run you 30, 40, 50, upwards into the 300s. Whereas mohair can run you like, 10 and under, 40 and under, and then like 50, 60 and above for the premium, excuse me. So prices can be different. Now, the difference between that, when you think about as far as price, is that if you guys have ever bought hair or a pack of hair, you get a pretty good amount. You can literally do like a full head of extensions on a human with one pack of hair. So in terms of rooting, for one pack of human hair, say for instance I paid $60 for it. For one pack of human hair, I can root like 3 small babies, right? Or I can root about 2 toddlers, depending upon how thick the hair is, and so on and so forth. And that's $60. Whereas mohair, from what my experience, it's bought in ounces. So say for instance, for example, premium mohair cost for a quarter ounce, which I've seen before, $64.99, right? For a quarter ounce. Think about how little amount of hair that is. The quality is going to be brilliant. But if I'm trying to do a toddler with a full head of thick hair, and you're only giving me a quarter ounce of premium mohair for $64.99, think about how many ounces total that I'm going to need to achieve my finished look. Whereas human hair, although I may have paid $100 for one pack, I know I have enough hair to root, the whole baby's hair. And, it still kind of comes out cheaper, right? Now, it will come out cheaper as far as cost of the hair. Now, as cost of labor, that's a difference. Mohair, whether it be premium or not, there is a tool that you can use for those that root, and also for those that don't root. And I would just want to have an understanding of the pricing as far as rooting goes. There's a needle. It's called a fork needle, and it can root. If you've ever watched a rooting video and you see somebody like just jamming away at the needle, like bam, 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 they're going at it. They're pretty much probably using a fork needle. Now, they're not tearing up the vinyl, they're not destroying the baby, and it will be micro rooted, because this fork needle will only pick up 1 to 2 hairs, and because the hairs are so small and so fine that you have that luxury to be able to just kind of like go at it, and root it very quickly. Like, honestly, you can root, like, if I had, premium mohair and a toddler and a fork needle, I could probably finish a whole head very thickly in like a day or 2. Right? Because I can go at it. I can just bam, bam, bam. And I trust the tool will only root 1 to 2 hairs for me. Human hair, you ain't got that luxury. For me, I found out. I will say this because somebody may be an artist and be like, I rooted with a fork needle, blah, 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 blah. Okay, well, for me, You don't have that luxury with this tool. Unfortunately, it don't work that way. You usually use a needle with the barbs, and you have to, which you guys saw me on the 8-question tag video, you're literally pulling one hair, separating it from the bunch, and you're rooting that one hair at a time. Sometimes you may pull 3 or 4, and you got to pull those hairs out. In order for it to be micro rooted, it's 1 to 2 hairs. So you got to pull the hair, so that it's time consuming. And that's why, if in pricing, what I found, that's why human hair, and from labor, human hair is more expensive to get rooted, because you don't have this handy dandy tool here. You got this one, it'll root it, but it's one hair at a time, and you gotta, like I said, single it from the bunch and root it. So that's the difference as far as pricing. If you were to send your head off, or your doll's head, to get rooted, and they quote you one price for mohair and a totally different for human hair, it's because of the labor. It is very taxing. I've been working on this toddler, like I said, over 2 weeks, and if you think about the time, the artist wants to get paid for the product being installed as well as their time. And I don't even think you would make minimum wage. If you think about if it took you 3 weeks to root a toddler, you're not even making minimum wage at the prices that are charged for just rooting. So that's the price comparison, and I guess the background from where those prices come from in regards to rooting human hair versus mohair. We also talked about the strength of the hair, but I want to get into more depth on that. I showed you how human hair is a lot stronger. It's older hair, so it's stronger, versus mohair. It's animal hair. It's going to be weaker. For a toddler, which is another reason why I prefer human hair, that is where you can kind of have your way with your baby. You can do ponytails, braids, all those types of things. You can do it with ease and comfort, and a little bit of security, is because human hair is stronger. Whereas mohair, it's a lot weaker. It's delicate, and you don't want to be snatching at the hair. You don't want to be doing tight ponytails and braiding. Usually when I see somebody do a prototype and the hair is rooted, even if it's a toddler, with a head full of premium mohair or just mohair, the ponytails, you'll notice, will be a lot loose. You won't be flush to the scalp. It'll be loose. The braids will be kind of loose. The 2 braids, they'll be kind of loose. That's because mohair is definitely, it's a lot more delicate than human hair. You have a little bit of more luxury with human hair. You kind of be, if you're not very tender, with your hands, and you heavy-handed, so to speak, you have like a fail-safe with human hair. So that's another reason why I prefer human hair over mohair for the toddlers. Now, upkeep. We'll talk about that real quick. There is a difference as far as upkeep. Human hair, there's a little bit more upkeep, for sure. It's not a big of a deal for me because hair is my thing. But for you, there's some people out there that, brushing the hair in a ponytail is like a task within itself. If you're that kind of person, human hair might not be for you. But for me, I feel like it's easy. My babies that have human hair that I have in my collection, I just wash her hair once a week with a clarifying conditioner. It's going to clean all the dust and stuff off of it. And then I put a little bit of moisturizing conditioner in it, leave it in there for a couple seconds, rinse it out. It's going to pop that hair right back to life. It's going to bring it back to life, and it's going to add that moisture as if it was live hair. Because remember, it's not on the scalp, so you don't get that luxury of having the natural oils from the scalp moisturizing the hair. So you're going to have to do that yourself with conditioning and shampooing. Mohair, you don't have to do that. You can have, get you a water bottle, spray it with some water, put a little bit of leave-in conditioner in it, or regular conditioner mixed in with water. And some people I've heard use fabric softener. Spray it down, comb it through, detangle it. You are good to go. No washing. So it's easy peasy. So that's another difference between human hair and mohair. I think I covered everything. You guys, if you guys have questions, or I didn't make anything clear, you want me to clarify or go into more depth about something or detail, leave a comment below. I will definitely answer it. And thank you so much for watching. As always, don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe. Bye, guys.